Hi everyone! In this Quick Start series, I'd like to show you how to set up your Hyena Cart store as quickly as possible so you can concentrate on what you really love to do, which is making and selling your products, of course. In this video, I will show you how to set up a simple yet attractive store design. The design interface on Hyena Cart is extremely customizable, which is great if you have a certain look you're going for, but it can be a little intimidating for someone who's not familiar with web design. Still, it's possible to get something set up in an easy way and look professional and ready for selling. So let's get started. Okay, so here's what the vendor page looks like when you first log in, and as you can see there are a lot of different links in the menus and here on the screen. We're just going to focus on two right now. One is View Store and one is Edit Store Design. So let's just open up View Store, and what that's going to do is open up a window to show you what your store looks like right now. And if you just signed up, it probably looks something like this. It's very plain, there aren't any listings, there's no design to it. So let's get that set up so you can start listing items. So let's go back to the vendor page and we will click on Edit Store Design. You can also get there from Store Settings, Store Design, and also if you want to get to View Store from the menu, you can do that from here. Alright, so let's go to Edit Store Design. And as you can see, it brings up this page with a bunch of different templates on it. And that's going to be the easiest way for you to set up your store and just get it going. There's a couple of ones we've had for quite a while, these table style ones, and then there are a couple new ones that were just added. Let's start with this one. This is one of the new ones. So all you have to do is click on the button beneath the template that you want. And we're going to skip all of these settings for now and just hit Update Config. Now if we go back to the store, it's going to look like this. So this has a really nice modern open feel, and you can see that your listings could go right underneath here. This image is customizable, but you'd have to get into the code a little bit and find somewhere to host your image if you wanted to do that. As it is, it's a nice neutral sort of craft-based image that should work for a lot of different stores. And you'll also see that if your shoppers click up here, it'll take them to the main store page no matter where they've navigated to within your store. Let me just quickly show you where you can change the text here where it says description of what your store carries. So it's a little tricky. You're going to have to go to the Customize CSS tab. And if you go in here, you're going to see a bunch of code in here. This is what the code has entered for you. And there's a lot of style sheet type things. And right in the middle here, you're going to see the name of your store, so that's already automatically filled in for you, and then it's going to have this text, description of what your store carries. And this is where you can put in socks, hand knit, hats, etc. And then you hit Update Config, and we will see it in the store. So that's this template. This one's called Spools. Now let's take a look at another one of our templates. We'll look at one of the more traditional table style. So how about this one? So we click on that one, we say Update Config, and that is going to make our store look like this. So again, it's a nice design. You can get started listing right away, looking professional, and you don't need to have a pre-made banner or logo in order to get started with this. It'll have your store name at the top and you can just get going. Now, if you do have a banner or logo, there's a couple things that you might want to try. One is this clean design. So let's click on that one and hit Update Config. As you can see, that's a very basic design, but what we're going to do is a couple different things. Let's start with the idea that maybe you have some product images, but you haven't created a logo yet. So if we go to Upload Image, I've got a couple of images I can try. If I do something like this, a close-in view of my product, but in a wide view, let's try that. So I can say Upload Image, and I'll hit Submit, and then I'll go down to Update Config again. Now let's look at what that looks like in the store. So that has a nice feel, very similar to the spools. So it's just got the image. Now my store name is only going to show up here and not within the image unless I do a little bit of editing with the image editor. So one of the things I can do is use the shop announcement field here on the template page. So we could say something like, welcome to the HG multi-store. Then we can hit update config. Now at least the name of my store and a product image are prominent in the store, and we can start listing. So that's one way to do it. And let's go back here. Let's assume that you do have a banner, and we can choose a different file. This is one that I just made online. I didn't change the template. I'm going to leave it the white one for now. And now the store looks like this. So again, very nice and open. If you like that feel, I think it feels a little bit more modern, but we can also try putting a template around that. Let's say this one. And again, this is a very nice professional looking template. You can start listing your items right away. And that welcome text that we put in the announcements has also been preserved, so that's there as well. All right, so let's do one last thing in this video, and that is customize template. So if none of these color combinations is quite right for the feel that you want, or you want to try to explore something a little bit different, you can try this customize template tab. And what this allows you to do is choose a background image and then choose a bunch of different colors to look at your background color, your border color, what the header is, the text size. So there's a lot of different choices here. It can be, again, a little intimidating, but what we can do is say I want this background. Now I know this background is probably not going to go with the black and pink, but this template, it probably has some colors that'll work for me. So if I hit that one first and then go to customize, all of these colors will be set based on that template. Now I can choose this blue one, and it should look fairly okay. So that seems to go together pretty well. Maybe not with the pink, but then again, it's a nice contrast. So you can play around with that. You could decide, you know, I don't want this green border. I would rather have something maybe on the red side and lighter. Actually, maybe over here. Let's make it sort of pink. And maybe that goes a little bit better. So between all of those choices, the different templates, the choice of using a product photo or not having any graphic at all at the top, or having your own banner, you should be able to get set up pretty quickly, and then we can focus on getting some listings up. So that'll be the next video. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll talk with you again soon. Thanks for hosting your store on Hyena Cart.